You clicked on this video because your freelance gigs are starting to feel more legit, your random projects are turning into retainer clients, you actually have consistent income coming in every single month, and you're no longer living from invoice to invoice, which by the way is worse than living from paycheck to paycheck. So now you're wondering, should I turn this into a business? If you're new here, hi, I'm Aisha and this is my 4th year of freelancing full-time. You might not know this, but the moment you start freelancing, you're already starting a business. When I first started, it was just me, my laptop, and a hope that someone out there would pay me for my skills. I would take whatever that came to my way. Most were small one-off projects. I remember one time an app approached me to create 20 pieces of content for their app for only $700. I mean, I was stoked back then because number one, I was broke and also I had bills to pay. Sure, I wasn't thinking long term, but I was just grateful that someone was able to trust me enough to pay me for my services. But a few months after, things started changing. I started getting inbounds from clients that wanted to work on a retainer basis. I went from one client to eventually having 3 high-ticket clients. And it slowly started to snowball from there, and I was getting projects to retainers, and I was stressed, don't get me wrong, but it was the good kind of stress because at least I wasn't broke. But then the admin started to pile up. I had to send contracts, create invoices, chase clients that haven't even paid me yet, and don't even get me started on taxes, okay? And as someone who was just starting out, I was overwhelmed. I knew I had to reframe on how I saw myself because I didn't want to go back to a 9 to 5. I wasn't just a freelancer doing content, I was actually building something and helping clients in the long term. So what gave me clarity was actually asking myself these few questions. How do I handle my finances efficiently? How do I work on my business and not just in it? How do I build systems that support my growth? So if you're wondering when it's time to turn your freelancing gigs into a full-fledged business, here are some signs to look out for. Number 1, your income is becoming more consistent even if it's not massive yet. You're also getting long-term clients or even retainers, and admin tasks such as taxes is taking up way too much of your time. If any of these feel familiar, then congrats, you're no longer just freelancing. I actually had to put in some structure in place even if it was just the basics. Some of the important things for me was having a clear separation between my personal and business money, and also tracking my income and expenses, and of course filing for my taxes properly. I hated doing it because let's face it was boring, but at least it gave me a peace of mind. And honestly, I wish I knew about Awesome earlier because this is when they support people through. Awesome helps freelancers set up their businesses in Singapore online. Yes, you literally don't have to be there physically. Not only do they help you set up, but they also manage anything admin related, from company registrations to accounting to invoicing, taxes, and even bookkeeping. So instead of spending hours on admin, you can leave it to the experts and you can simply focus on your clients. Personally, something that I find super useful is the fact they actually have their own app. So as you move from freelancing to running a proper business, all of your accounting, invoices, and incorporation documents are all in one place. And I honestly haven't seen many providers do it like that. And because Singapore is remote friendly, stable, and globally recognized, it's one of the best places to build a business, even if you don't live there. So if you're like me running a freelancing business, Awesome gives you a clear long-term foundation to grow on. You can get 16% off if you use my link in the description below if you want to open your business in Singapore with Awesome. I also think there's an emotional shift when you start treating your freelancing gigs as a business. I don't know about you, but when I was first starting out, I knew I wanted to do this long-term, but I don't know how. And honestly, I was just cruising through gigs and just see where it will take me. But once I started to take ownership, I stopped playing small and show up with more confidence. So if you're in that weird middle space where freelancing feels more than just small gigs but not quite a business yet, this is your sign to start taking it more seriously, especially when you're in it for the long run. And don't let that admin side hold you back and let Awesome handle that for you. Trust me, I've been there and it hindered my progress. Again, I've linked more details in the description box below if you want to check it out. And don't forget to use my link to get 16% off when you decide to sign up with Awesome. I hope this video gave you some clarity, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, just leave it down in the comments below and I'll get back to you ASAP. I'll see you in the next one.